Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, it's Abdul Haim from Al Ajurumi Institute, and today, inshallah, we're going to be speaking about how we can use Anki in order to help us in memorizing the Quran and reviewing the Quran. So, for those of us that did not already watch the previous video I did on my channel talking about how we can use Anki in order to learn Arabic vocabulary, specifically vocabulary found in the Medina books, inshallah, I'm going to just briefly give an introduction to what Anki is and how it functions more or less. So Anki is a powerful intelligent flashcard system. It allows you to remember pretty much anything that you want in a much easier way, or a very easy way, yani. I like to say that it's pretty much flashcards on steroids. It's a digital flashcard that you have on your phone or your laptop or your iPad, but it follows the SRS system, which is spaced repetition system, yani. Pretty much what it does is that it calculates when you're most likely going to forget something according to an algorithm, and then it's going to remind you to study that flashcard. Okay, so people, they use this to remember anything. So people people use this to learn languages, study medical law exams, long poems, and people also use this for Sharia knowledge and a lot of different other things. So you can really put whatever you want in these flashcards, or you can build whatever type of flashcards that you want, but it's digital, and it allows you to remember things anywhere, since you can have this on your iPad, on your phone, on your laptop, whether it's Mac, Windows, iOS, Android, whatever the case may be. So it's very, very versatile. Also, it allows you to remember things efficiently because, as I said, it has an SRS system. It's going to follow an algorithm calculating when you're most likely going to forget something, and it's going to remind you to study it. And also, the ease of its usage and its user friendliness is actually quite helping, or it helps you out a lot in being efficient and not procrastinating, things of that nature. So that, in a very, very brief sense, is what Anki is, okay? So inshallah, now we're going to talk about how can we actually use Anki to learn the Quran, or more specifically to help us memorizing and reviewing the Quran. So the first thing that you would do, obviously, if you don't have Anki, that you're going to download it. Once you download it and it's finished downloading, it's going to look something like this. Here I have a lot of decks that cover a lot of different things, but obviously when you start off, there's not going to be anything here, okay? So you can either create your own deck, okay, which is like this, and then you put a name in and so on and so forth. But again, I'm not trying to give you a full tutorial on how Anki works. You can find other YouTube videos on that. Here I'm just trying to teach you or inform you how you can use it to learn the Quran, or help you memorizing and reviewing it. So here I have the Quran here, and I have it in complete, the entire Quran, alhamdulillah, we have it here in flashcard form. So we have a verse here, and then if we show answer, we're going to get this next verse, and then so on and so forth. We can keep going, okay? So how did I get this here? I got this here because I went and I got shared decks. So what you can do with Anki is that you can actually go online, and people, they share the decks that they've made. So a lot of the decks that I have here it's not actually me who created them. I just found other people who already did it, and I was able to download it and add it to my own private personal collection. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go find a specific Quran deck that's found on the Anki shared deck web, and we're going to download it to our library, and then we're going to learn how to use it effectively. So let's go back on Google, and let's go right here, Anki shared decks. Once we do this, the first link is the link that you want to have, and it shows you any shared decks. So here you have popular categories that people use. So you have Arabic, Chinese, English languages. You also have obviously normal sciences or non-language type sciences like geography, history, law. And again, people use this to remember all type of things. What we're going to write here in terms of what we want in our search bar is Quran revision aid search. The first one is the one that we want, the Quran revision aid, okay? The one that was created in 2017. So we click this one, and then when we come here, mashallah, jazakallah khairan, I'm not the one who made this deck. I don't know who's the brother or sister who did it, but he did an amazing, or she did an amazing job. May Allah reward him or her. And inshallah, we make dua for this brother or this sister, because really did an amazing job in terms of allowing us to, or literally going through the grueling work of actually adding all the verses of the Quran to this Anki deck, and then putting up that people can actually study and help them in, again, with the sole intent of aiding revision, but it might not work well for new memorization. So anyhow, it's a very, very good work. So may Allah reward the brother and sister who did this. So what we're going to do here is that we come here, and the person who did the desk, he explains here how to make it function. I'm going to show you how personally I use it, and how pretty much sum up pretty much how he explains. He says here, use the deck as following. So I'm going to explain that visually for you guys, so you don't have to necessarily read this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to here and download. So you go down here, you download it. Once you download it, it's going to be downloaded. Then when you click on it, it's going to open into your Anki deck. Now, obviously here I already have it, so I'm not sure what it's going to do exactly. So nothing really happened because I already have it, right? So once we finally added it, we got it here. So how we're going to use to actually help us in reviewing specific verses in the Quran or specific juz. What we're going to do is we're going to click on Quran. When you come here on the bottom here, we have custom study. Because if I was to just do study now, it's going to be sporadic. It's going to be giving me all the different types of verses in the Quran in a random order. But I want to be studying or reviewing specific surahs or specific juz and in the order that any is obviously in the Quran and Kareem. So how we're going to do that, we're going to go to custom study. So we click custom study, and then we say study by card state or tag. Study by card state or tag. All these other things here, just ignore it. So you come here, study by card state or tag, then you say choose tags. And here you have all the juz. So if I want to just study a juz, I could just click on this and give me the entire juz. Or if I want to review a specific surah, if I keep going down, it has all the surah. So it has surah Al-Fatiha all the way to An-Nas. So let's say, for example, I'm just starting off memorization in the Quran and I want to review surah Al-Hamaza, surah Al-Hamaza. So I'm going to click surah Al-Hamaza. I'm going to click this tag. If I want to study more than that, I can also click multiple tags like this. If I want to review all these 5 surahs or 6 surahs, whatever the case may be, I can click them all like this, and I say OK, and it's going to give me all those 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all those 5 different surahs. Okay. If I just want to go and just review all the juz amma, I can just go here and I can go juz 30th, which should be somewhere here, and I can just click juz 30th and the 30th juz, and then it'll give me the entire juz from Surah Amma Tasalun till Surah An-Nas. But let's make our life a bit easier here. I'm not sure why this is highlighted here. I think this was previously what I had already been I had already selected. So let's go here and let's go with Surah Al-Hamaza. We say okay. Now I have Surah Al-Hamaza, which is made up of 10 cards, any 10 verses of the Quran. Before I actually go and start studying it, I need to do one more thing. I go here and I go to options, and I make sure that here it says order added. Yani that I'm going to be studying these cards that's in this tag right here, which is Surah 114 and Hamaza. I make sure that it was in the order that it's added, because if I don't do this and I say, for example, all the scene or random or increased intervals or all these other options, it's not going to give me the actual verses in the order that's in the Quran, which would be obviously very bad. So we make sure that it's order added, and then we say rebuild. Once we have this, we're ready to study. So okay, study now. طيب. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That's very easy. Then the first verse is what? وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ الَّذِي جَمَعَ مَالًا وَعَدَّدَهُ. Very easy. Oh, I'm not sure what's the next verse. طيب. Show answer. يحسب أن ماله أخرجه. طيب. I wasn't very good at this. You know what? I'm going to study this card, this specific verse again. طيب. Keep going. Keep going. Let's say I finish the entire surah. No problem. طيب. So I can keep doing this until I get all the verses individually good. Okay? So that's how you use it. So it's very, very powerful, specifically when it comes to certain verses of the Quran that you may have a problem with. Yani for those of us that are memorizing the Quran or even Hafiz, yani, a lot of times there may be a page of the Quran where, mashallah, we're able to read most of the verses on it, but there are specific verses, this one verse here that I always have a problem on this page, or this one page in Surah Al-Mu'minun that I always have a problem with because there's 2 verses here that I don't know well. This is going to allow you a lot to specify those specific ayahs and the specific verses that give you trouble, and you say it again until you get it properly, that specific verse, that specific ayah. So that, in a very brief sense, is how you would use the Anki in order to help you in reviewing the Quran and memorizing the Quran. I hope this is a benefit to people. Jazakumullah khair for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.